Okay, let's talk about one of the biggest safety decisions you'll ever make for yourself or for your kid, choosing a driving school. Seriously, this isn't just about passing a test. It's about building skills that will keep you safe on the road for your entire life. But the question is, does the standard driver's ed package really prepare you for what it's like to drive here?
I mean, really think about it. Picture this. It's January. You're on the 401 somewhere between Kingston and Belleville, and a full-blown blizzard hits. You've got transport trucks on all sides, and visibility is basically zero. Is that standard, bare minimum training enough for that moment? That high-stakes reality is exactly what we're talking about today.
You see, our region is like a driving gauntlet. It's not just one thing. It's the crazy mix of high-speed 401 traffic, those winding, unlit rural roads like Highway 7 or 38, and then you throw in our specialty, lake effect snow and that invisible black ice. Add in the chaos of campus traffic around Queens and the fact that a deer could pop out at any second, well, a generic one-size-fits-all program just doesn't cut it.
So the problem isn't really the roads themselves. It's something way more fundamental. It's a critical flaw in how we typically train new drivers. It's something called the practice gap.
So what exactly is this practice gap? Well, here's the deal. The government mandates a minimum of 10 hours of in-car training. Just 10. But, all the research, all the safety experts, they're crystal clear. A new driver really needs somewhere between 70 and 120 hours of supervised practice to be truly safe and independent. That huge, dangerous void in the middle, yep, that's the practice gap. And that's where things go wrong.
And wow, this chart just says it all, doesn't it? I mean, look at that difference. It's not even close. 10 hours of required professional training versus the 95 hours of practice that experts say you need on average. We are sending new drivers out on those challenging roads with less than 10% of the experience they actually need. It's a recipe for disaster.
And you know what? It gets even worse. This isn't just about new drivers not getting enough practice. The system itself has some serious issues. A report from Ontario's Auditor General just last year found that a ton of schools were cutting corners, shortening those precious in-car hours, or just teaching kids how to pass one specific test route. So even those 10 hours you're paying for might not be focused on real-world survival skills.
Okay, so that's the problem. It sounds pretty grim, right? So how do you fix it? How do we actually bridge that dangerous practice gap? Well, let's look at a program that was designed from the ground up to do exactly that. Let's talk about Young Drivers of Canada, who see this not as a school, but as a system for creating safe, competent drivers for life. The YDC solution isn't just one thing. It's a whole approach that rests on three main pillars. First, you've got their advanced curriculum, which goes way beyond just the basics. Second, they give you a structured framework to make sure all those hours you practice between lessons are actually useful. And third, and this is a big one, they use a piece of tech that completely changes the game.
So, this collision-free approach, it's all about being proactive, not reactive. It's about seeing a problem developing 5 cars ahead of you and avoiding it before it even happens. But look at these specific skills. Gravel shoulder recovery. That is a life-saving skill on a road like Highway 38. Knowing how to properly use your ABS brakes on an icy road like Centennial Drive in Kingston, that's the difference between a close call and a serious crash. These are not MTO minimums, folks. These are survival skills.
And this right here is how they tackle that practice gap head on. The old way, a paper logbook that, let's be honest, is a total chore that's easy to fake. The new way, the Driver's Coach app. It turns safe driving into a game with scores. It gives you real-time feedback if you brake too hard or accelerate too fast. It's verified by GPS, so you know the practice is actually happening. It stops being about just logging hours and starts being about improving actual skills.
Okay, so this all sounds pretty amazing, right? An advanced curriculum, an AI-powered app. But I know what you're probably thinking right now. What's the catch? What does all this cost? Let's dive right into that, because it's a huge question.
Before we even get to the dollar signs, we need to be clear on what you're actually buying. With a standard driving school, the main goal is often just to pass the G2 test, teach the minimums, get the license. But with young drivers, the goal is completely different. Lifelong collision avoidance. The tools, the skills taught, the instructor standards, it's a fundamentally different product. You're not just paying for lessons, you're investing in a comprehensive safety system.
So, what is that investment? Well, a full comprehensive package from young drivers in our area is typically going to fall somewhere in this range. And yes, that's definitely more than what many other local schools charge.
But hold that first number in your head for a second, and now look at this number. This is what the average at-fault collision costs you when you add up repairs, skyrocketing insurance premiums, and all the other fees. All of a sudden, that upfront cost for better training doesn't really look like an expense, does it? It looks like a pretty smart insurance policy against a much bigger bill. And here's the thing, you start getting that investment back almost right away. Sure, any certified driving school gets you a standard insurance discount, but YDC has an exclusive deal with Avenue Insurance for even bigger savings. And that's before you even count the thousands of dollars you save by avoiding just one fender bender or a couple of speeding tickets. The math really does start to add up. So really, it all boils down to this one fundamental choice. It's the difference between being test ready and being truly road ready. And trust me, they are not the same thing. Being test ready means you can do a 3-point turn in parallel park well enough to get a piece of plastic in your wallet. Being road ready means you've built the proactive habits and muscle memory to handle the unexpected. One is about short-term success, the other is about long-term survival. The choice of which one you want to aim for, well, that's everything. And that is the absolute bottom line here. The license is just a milestone. The real prize, the actual goal of driver education, is to make sure that every single time you or someone you love gets behind the wheel, they come home safe. The goal isn't just to pass the test, it's to survive the drive. So, I'll leave you with this one question to think about. What's the test you really want to be prepared for? The one that happens over 20 predictable minutes at the drive test center, or that terrifying, heart-in-your-throat moment when you hit a patch of black ice on a dark country road and you are completely, totally alone? Which test truly matters more?